Hi, welcome to my main profile. Yes, I haven't cheated. Hey, Jitrigan, sue me. But I can tell you that it is the best decision of my life for farming stuff. Anyways, I'll show you how to get her soon. Ah, hello, Maverick. As you can see, I'm dressed exactly as the Terrarian. So yes, I also got this and this. And also the Vortex Blaster. Which means, no, I did not do a lot of farming off camera. This is just my main profile, the one that I usually play with. I basically got everything in the Terrarian update to be able to show off what I do have. So, this is the location where you can activate the Terraria in Sealed Realm at negative 422, negative 796. That is the location of the owl statue to get to the Sealed Realm. This is the location of one of the islands. This is another isle. Here's the Isle of Decayed Treasures. These are free random islands. Here's the arena. The oasis. The sealed realm of the glacial core. Here's where one of the new pals are. I have not located any islands over here yet, but I will look there sometime in the future. So here in the Terraria map, there is a glitch to be able to speedrun this. Allow me to show you how to do it. First, you go inside with a flying mount. Then you fly up and wiggle around until inevitably you clip out of bounds and end up here. Next, you either go under or around towards this dome right here. Now, you'll want to land on this little platform here. Next, you climb onto the wall and then say, I'm going to do a programmer move, and clip right through the wall. Now, we're on the wrong side of the barrier, so we gotta climb up to meet the free eyes of Cthulhu. Now, you can either summon a pal or not. I don't care which, just bring the fire. Don't worry, the game censors their death. Anyways, I also just got Senior Adventurer, and 225 hollowed bars. Open this. Open this. That's how you speedrun the dungeon. Since it's been more than 30 seconds, I can definitely tell you, holy crap, that is fast. Now, to talk about the elephant in the room, how does someone get her? It is quite simple. Now, because I already completed this quest, I sadly cannot show you how to do it. In hindsight, I probably should have waited, and, well... So first, you want to hit your nearest fast travel point at the Desolate Church. This is where you will find Zoe Rain. She will ask you to do 3 quests in total. The first quest is simply get a Grisbolt, summon it, and show it to her. The next one will require you to kill 5 free Palworld Alliance members. And last but not least, find one of her favorite blankets. Afterwards, or she will say this, and then you will receive the tower boss. Now, the gameplay trailer also showed her as being part of the members here. Here is how you get her. First, equip a ring that prevents you from killing. Next, go behind a pillar and shoot her. I'd recommend using a laser rifle. Then toss one of these, and there you go. You officially have your own Zoe. Now, here's what a max level 7 Trust Zoe is. More health than the frickin' player. Also, surprisingly, her weapon is a dark type. Even that shocked me. Here's one of the new legendaries. Here's the cosmetic for Jetrigan. Feel shocked yet? Now, Zoe has the capability of using a gun. That's right, she's actually useful. Now, compared to most humans who cannot use weapons, Zoe is a strange exception because she shouldn't exactly be able to have a weapon like most pals, but she just does. Shows she's built different. Now, As you notice, I have some flying weapons around me. These come from one of my weapons. This comes from Terra Terra summons 9 blades that last indefinitely until you aim with Terra. But until you do that, they will fly around hitting every single enemy that aggroes onto you. Meaning, so long as you keep these swords around, you will no longer have to deal with enemies just randomly aggroing onto you and while you're AFK. Now, this weapon here is the Vortex Breaker. Well, Vortex Beater. This weapon will just shoot missiles just because it can. 66% chance to not consume ammo when firing. This is basically just a better assault rifle. Now, I got a pump action shotgun here. I'm going to show you something fantastic when it comes to farming hollowed ingots. Or, well, I just have it right here. Hollowed bars. Now, I definitely know without a doubt, Palworld is not going to try to patch any of the glitches that appear because, well, Zoe here is kind of one reason why. People wanted her and Grisbolds, as well as the other tower bosses, and there was a glitch before where you could do it. But that accidentally got patched. So, now we're getting missions in order to obtain them as rewards. And you even get to obtain the character. Also, fun fact, Zoe is a tsundere. But anyways, why is the shotgun important? Allow me to show you on a inconspicuously placed pot. Look at all that stuff. Look at it. This is the ultimate way to get plenty of hollowed bars. And these 9 swords are the ultimate passive defense in case you don't want to fight. Plus, you're not the one doing it. I could definitely see this working for a pacifist run. Where if you get this blade, you are no longer responsible for your actions. If an enemy dies, so be it. It wasn't your fault. They just happened to have triggered her 9 blades of death. However, I am not a pacifist. I like this thing. It's basically just an assault rifle, but it also shoots missiles. Just because it can. Also, I'm not kidding. That's actually what people say it does. It is literally just an assault rifle that can shoot missiles because it can. What's more, it has a chance to just not even consume ammo. Which is like most of the time. This weapon is so broken and I love it. I do not have room for useless items. Alrighty, so Meteor Launcher Schematic 4. Basically just gives you the best type of meteor launcher in the game. Problem number 2096. It's the fact that it is slow on recharge. Training manuals are useless. I mean, seriously, look at how many training crystals I have. Now, I wasn't kidding about the fact that I have max stats. I legitimately have max stats. And I'm pressing the button too. I legitimately have max stats. 50 is the max for all of these. Like, do the math. All those add up to 50. Like, I do wish that Pocket Pair would actually adjust the max to be the same as the player's max level. Oh, so that way we still have a use for these remedies. Mainly because it's hard to play a game when you can't get any better at it because you're already the best there is. Oh. Did enemies respawn? I don't know, I just walk into a room and suddenly everything dies. I don't know, I might be seeing things. I am 95% certain that every time I walk into a room, everything is going to be dead. I guess you could say I just have the presence of death. Anyways, joking aside, a Terra Prisma is OP. Like, I'm not even focusing on the enemies right now, and it's already off killing everyone. like a bunch of slimes. Now I just see a bunch of blue puddles. And it's all because they aggro onto me. Like, all they have to do is aggro onto me, and suddenly, these blades go off, destroying everything around me. Like, I'm here just using a shotgun on pots, and 9 magical floating blades. It's have decided to meet with multiple enemies' craniums. I mean, I should probably make a warning label that says, "Do not aggro onto me. I have 9 floating blades that I'd hated when people aggro onto me." And I guess one tsundere that I will not hesitate to put a bullet through your eye. But anyways, green slimes, the moment they aggro onto me, all 9 blades go ahead and slash them to pieces. Anyways, what's in the treasure chest? Some useless ammo and a schematic for a helmet that I already have. Like, I'll be honest, what I'm looking for is Terrablade Schematic 4, Vortex Speeder Schematic 4, or Terra Prisma Schematic 4, and yada yada yada. Anyways, I also have the Moonlord Mask, which basically just means I spend time to actually destroy the Moonlord more times than I can count. In fact, it's even how I got Zoe here up to, well, literal max. Anyways, I missed an area, so I'll be going back there. Anyways, if you want to know how to actually disable these blades, you just gotta take out Terra Prisma and press the aim button. When you aim with it, it'll cause the mini blades So, I missed a secret hideout. Yes, of course. Yes. What didn't I think of that? Well, I don't exactly have use for the training crystals, but I'll just drop those so I can drop the course ammo. Yes, I have a cluttered inventory, but it's only cluttered with stuff that I need. These are so I can summon the Moon Lord. These are for salvaging. These are so I can actually make the things to summon the Moon Lord. These are because I was farming them. Stuff that's required in order to make stuff. Also stuff that's required. And that. And that. That is actually something I'm trying to hunt for. This one comes from bounties. And yada yada yada. Anyways, ooh, look, a trap. But yeah. These blades make not fighting enemies shockingly easy. Like, the moment they aggro onto me... Oh, hey, look! Look, fresh meat. Hey, wait a minute, this is the starting area. Yeah, funny enough, you can actually tell which way is the correct way by looking at the amount of enemies. This here is not the correct way. I was just here. It's nighttime now, so that's why all the slimes are asleep. However, we don't let slimes sleep. We murder them in their sleep. But yeah, split path, clearly not the right way, but good for farming. Farming hollowed bars. Except I'm gonna go and follow this left path anyways, because pretty sure this will be a good source of hollow bars. You know, funny enough, the demon eyes actually don't sleep because they're dark types. Dark types in-game cannot sleep. Did I just walk all the way back to the entrance? If only they made a map. How do I keep... So yeah, I can just imagine the amount of damage that this would... That's the thing. This map only shows you where you are according to your last actual viewable location. Now, of course, it's easy to figure out the correct way in this area because the correct area you need to go to will show off an actual cave system. If you don't go the right way, you'll find plenty of chests that are waiting for you. First is the chest that's located here that I already got. Now, there is only one other way to go in terms of this dungeon. Well, you know, besides watching a bunch of blades kill a bunch of eyes. You know, it's actually quite funny seeing just how many enemies actually drop this stuff. Well, that's the power of free X spawns. Gives you access to the mother lode of farming when it comes to POW stuff. You know, funny enough, those blades It actually do not despawn. I'm being serious. These blades will persist through death and through area loading. They only despawn when you choose to let them despawn. Also, fun fact, that this Terraria collab was actually foreshadowed by Meowmere, or back when Meowmere first got released as a craftable item. It was a troll item, because it was incredibly useless. I mean, I personally found some use of it, but Meowmere was actually quite pointless. It couldn't do a lot of damage, and it basically just suffers from the fact that it's an early game item. But it requires late game materials to create, so it's just like, why add it? I think the simple answer to that question is the troll. And while they certainly succeeded on that part, now, some of you may wonder why Zoe works more like another human cow. Simple answer is, that's just how the code works. I mean, the only way you obtain her is through catching her via Palsphere. I mean, I was originally assuming that they would add a whole other system where you could see the stats of the tower bosses because you recruited them, but turns out you just get another POW and a spear. But like, why change something that works? Like, let me ask you that. Why change something that works? I mean, sure, you could make an entire other system that could have quite a few bugs, that wasn't exactly designed with the idea of having a secondary character bar or that appears when you can just use the same system that always works. And honestly, the way the system works now with humans just works perfectly because it's the intended method. Sorry, excuse me. I just need to get to my life crystal. By the way, this is the last life crystal that exists in this dungeon. So you can get a total of 6, which greatly increases the amount of cash you can get if you're already maxed out. Now, of course, every enemy that is aggroed onto me at this moment is being taken out by my many blades. However, I also contain a weapon that allows me to destroy the idea of an enemy. And as you can see, my whole bars count has jumped its way up to 5,000. All because I decided to pump action shotgun and some pots. And up my enemy count at the 3 times the normal. Also combining that with all these blades. It basically makes sense that this happens. Now the headgear is more in line with Palworld style of headgear. But everything else is how it would be viewed in-game. Looks like I accidentally busted those pots with my sword. Oh well. Can't break them all with a pump action shotgun. But once you go through this entire dungeon and breaking as much as possible with a pump action shotgun and weapons, you'll eventually come up against the Eyes of Cthulhu. Now there is a chance for one of them to drop up a few extra items, one of such being a piece of headgear. Another of such being what you would expect. But for the most part, so long as you can get past it, you'll get anything. So yeah, here's Terra Prisma. It's slow on attack, but that's because it summons these 9 blades. And as you can see, that's how you make it disappear. You aim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blades. No more, no less. They automatically attack whatever aggro's onto you, and they stay so long as you do not move the position of Terra Prisma from its current location. And so long as you do not aim with Terra Prisma. Now, this weapon is technically the first of its kind to have a summoning ability. I say technically because there is Meowmere, but this is the first of its kind to have a permanent type of summoning. Because, like I've said before, these floating swords stay forever. Either you log out, or you do something that causes them to disappear. Because otherwise, they will not disappear. They're going to stay with you until the day you leave the game. Now, whilst you can only get one tower boss, you can upgrade her. Now, Terra Prisma, as a base recipe, requires these. Now, I personally put Diablo bars into making quite a few celestial sigils, but personally, I find it better to sell them. Now, a new merchant has been introduced into the game, actually. Oh, there, I just witnessed them teleport. Now, I know my entire base is a mess. I'm not good at architecture. Now, the merchant's name is Caravan Leader. The Caravan Leader sells better items than the Wandering Merchant, the one that actually visits your base. Oh, speak of the devil. Hold on, you're new. Oh, a mite remedy. That was weird. I have never seen that before. Oh dear. Well, not all pals are smart. Now, the Hexalite Quartz Mine would work better in a different location. Because not a lot of people can really reach it. Got the stone and Hexalite Quartz. Hey, wait a minute. Doesn't usually take 100? No, it only takes about... Yeah, it does. So that gave me less for my investments. So here's the Caravan and Leader. He sells you energy cartridges, as well as basically an entire better selection than the Wandering Trader. The life crystals grant a good amount of, I guess you could call it, they basically just give a good amount of money. And that's what makes the world go round. Anyways, as you go through this game, sure, you get a little bit bored, but the idea is that you automate everything so that way you can go around doing whatever you want. But I honestly think the Hexalite Quartz hurts mine because we all knew this was coming. It's better suited in a place where we can actually turn it into something great. Because as that quartz is built up, we'll be able to craft more hexalites. So for a medicine rack, I need 20 regular ingots. Now, something that I can say is that I actually do really love Palworld. Like, it's quirky, it's hilarious at times with some of the ragdolls. And you happen to get quite a few memorable pals around. Now, of course, it is a little difficult at times to figure out what the heck is going on. But that's just the charm of Palworld. It has its own methods of surprising you. Like when I came back to this game because of the new update and the fact that I was finally able to get the a character I wanted, and I was shocked at just how much they put into this update. Like they even gave the opposing factions the ability to create their own bases. Like, as you can see, that is better than something I could come up with. But I don't really complain, simply because at the end of the day, there's always the ability to find out that there's just a bunch of things that you can do in Palworld. Like, we all knew that Hexalay would get a farm. Like, seriously. It was a pain in the rear end to get to begin with. So now there's a farm that allows you to get those items quickly. Now, of course, the medicine rack is simply because I don't feel like giving the pals medicine, so if some of the workers want to refurbish themselves, then they can go ahead. Huh. Guess these three want to work on getting Hexalite quartz. Now, of course, I do keep my original guy around because he sells me mind control meds. Plus, it gives me my assault rifle ammo. And, well, basically everything that I need. You know, funny enough, I don't really know how to actually support my upper structure there. Like, I just sort of made it because I wanted a storage compartment up here. I don't really know how to do stuff. Wait, they have fences now? I mean, I just sort of know how to make some of the simpler things, really. Because I'm just a simple guy. I mean, if I want to make something, I make it in a way that is easiest. Like, I'm not gonna stress over the idea of making in some sort of elite storage complex that has a bunch of floors for different things. I mean, it's just gonna be something simplistic, straight to the point. Oh yeah, this is what we're doing, and type of thing. It's not gonna be some sort of overly complex structure where this is everything that I've got. And over here, here's my breeding facility. On the other side is the switch shop where I've got a bunch of pals working, and where in actuality it's about four or different pal bases in one. It's just something simplistic, easy to understand, and ultimate comfort levels. Yes, this goes by very fast for ingots. You know, funny enough, Zoe actually used a placeholder icon for a human character. You know, funny enough, I can actually make this go faster by equipping the other or accessory that speeds up my work speed. What the heck? I have no idea which human managed to get to that one. Personally, I'm impressed. So yeah, as the hexalite quartz is produced, holy crap, are going all out sulfur and your quartz. I got coal here, stone there. How this assembly conveyor requires 30 circuit boards and 100 PAL metal ingots. I was in the midst of farming in as well, so I gotta find my special saline. Yes, I still use those cheated cows because why not? I mean, in some cases they don't even make the game better. They just give you a minor edge. Like, in some cases I kind of wonder why some people use modded POWs online. In fact, I wonder why some people use mods online at all. Like, are you just that bad at the game to where you can't handle the fact that you just suck? So you use something that you think will give you an edge when in reality people already know how to counter you? Like, really looking deep into the idea of modding. Like, sure, I use modded I use mods. But I only use them on Minecraft, and even then, I don't even use them outside of offline mode. Like, mods to me are just a means to get a funner experience out of the base game. I don't purposefully get modded items unless because I specifically plan to use them for my own personal experience. Also, I have Dr. Braun here. My dad managed to help me get this guy. He's a son of a bitch and he knows it. He literally takes forever to find. Why is there a huge frozen egg? Was there some sort of chance encounter that I didn't expect? Also, no, I don't have any better incubators because, well, I can get the electric one, I want to get this one, but I need more hexalites. and electric circuit boards. I should really get the large scale egg incubator. Oh yeah, I do. No, right, that's electric. There we go. Large incubator just requires 20 cloth and 50 palmetto ingots. Luckily, I got plenty of wool. I'll just make the max that I can. Of course, my inventory is full. I filled it up with eggs. Why do I actually still carry this thing with me? I mean, this thing sucks. Like, I can literally throw homing spears. And I tried it out with the sole intention of trying to see if I can catch a bunch of pals with a huge splatter of spears. But instead, that I didn't realize that it also took up that many spears to use. And I need ancient set parts. I think it might make sense to kind of make this over here. Anyways, I can set about Alright, this one has Serenity. This one has Motivational Leader. But yeah, by breeding those pals, that allows me to look into this, which requires more palmetto ingots. But my question is, where did all our ore go? Oh wait. Can I drop it? Anyways, I'ma move about that many. I know we need about 9,999. Then I go back to my base. Then I make a crap ton of palmetto ingots. Because of this many, I'll not have to worry about it for a bit. Now this one requires hexalite, however, I just need a plasteel as well, which requires oil. Luckily, I have an oil rig over here. This stuff, while slow, it does its best job in order to stay afloat. So long as I leave it running, it'll constantly make me some good oil. Zoe would be proud at how I can actually manage my own oil. Now, is the time-space continuum at risk because of the fact that there's multiple Zoes? I don't know. Like, I literally just run this stuff because I need a plan. I should probably keep that. After all, it goes with cosmetics. Now, I should give credit where credit is due. That glitch that I just showed off in the Terraria dungeon was not found by me. It was found by the PAL professor. The PAL professor makes Palworld guides and allows you to figure out all kinds of different methods. He also knows how to get many different kinds of exploits and stuff, including how some things work. Oh, hey, that base changed into a treehouse. That is actually kind of funny. But yeah, in order to show off all the weapons that I have so far, this is what Meowmere does. That's right, it throws out cats that bounce around. It is literally not the best weapon, but it's pretty funny. Next up, Excalibur. Funny enough, this actually matches the armor. It is very quick in DPS and really does the job. Next up, the Terrorblade. This has the ability to shoot out beams. Next up, Terra Prisma. this summons these blades, and that's its main ability. So long as it's on your person, these blades will never disappear. Next up, Night Glow. Summons fireworks. When you target an enemy, these turn into homing missiles. Those that pierce through the enemy multiple times until they die. Now, Vortex Beater has the chance to shoot out missiles and has a 66% chance so far to not waste any ammo. Very good weapon. 10 out of 10. And I think that's every Terraria weapon, actually. I don't have Legendary Meowmere yet, but it basically works the same as Meowmere. Now, at the moment, you cannot get the Moon Lord or the true Eyes of Cthulhu yet, but you can, and however, look into different things, such as you can look into the idea of you actually can look into getting these weapons yourself and gain yourself about as OP as me and every other player that has these weapons. Seriously, Vortex Beater is very good. Despite only doing 360 damage a second, that quickly rises up with the fact that you do not have to reload it. The Terror Blade is also very good as a weapon. And however, in terms of effectiveness on mining, Excalibur takes the tickets. And Terra Prisma, despite doing 90 damage, and I'm pretty sure this can be upgraded, and I just haven't gotten any of the other, wow, you know. I haven't gotten any of the extra upgrades yet. But these weapons are very good. I was actually incorrect about them being only mid-game weapons. These are end-game. Like, Terra Prisma's 9 blades are very strong. Combined with Night Glow, that 50 attack, like that summons homing light projectiles, was infinitely. The amount of damage that does is unreal. Combine that with some of these other weapons, you've got yourself an end game level combo. Heck, I'm actually a little bit curious if we can summon multiples of these. I doubt you can, but like, hey, they never said you couldn't make multiples. Also, this armor gives very big Helldivers vibes. Wouldn't be surprised if they ended up doing a collab with Helldivers. But that is about all. It has been a long day, so I am going to go take a nap. And of course, I will see you all next time.